What's going on, Ricky? I see you. Sexy Slim, I see you. Miss Perlin always in the building. Salute. It's apple time, y'all. It's apple time. I've been good. How you doing? I've been good. Came from the gym, getting my snack on, still trying to finish my water up. Hopefully you guys are having a phenomenal night. I'm about to get into some shows as soon as I finish this. But I want to do, probably gets it's dark, huh? You want that? A little better? Definitely. I had some aloe water earlier though. So I gotta finish up this gallon before I go to sleep. Take your time. I appreciate when you say take your time. I appreciate that. Can I chew my apple? You know what? I'm working on my studio now. But I'm working on my studio, and I think y'all gonna like how it looks when it's finished. Let me get into this. Turn it down a little bit. So I was watching a couple lives. Like I was just trying to catch up on people's lives that I support. You know, go check them out or whatever case may be. Share some stuff. Make sure y'all check my community tab out. And I was watching this one particular live, Lady Snoop TV, salute to her. She said every time I come in the room, it smells like shea butter. But I was watching her live, and it wasn't necessarily the live itself. It was what she said in the live. She said that she was friends with a particular person or whatever case may be, right? And once they fell out, that friend then teamed up with some other people that didn't like her. And she said that she didn't lose anything because they wasn't assets to her platform. And I wanted to talk about that. I feel like how many people feel like I'm not, if you was not an asset in my life, professionally or personally, you going elsewhere won't bother me. You being over there won't bother me because you wasn't an asset when you were here. You didn't add to the conversation. You took away from the conversation. You didn't enjoy what was happening over here. You didn't appreciate being in this moment. So when she said that, I felt that. Like I was like, yeah. You know, I was driving and I was like, yeah, I beat the horn a little bit. Yeah, okay. I felt that. Now, earlier in my comments, I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it, but I had somebody tell me when I went on the Taz exclusive show, right? Because for some reason, how he was talking to his audience as if I was scared to hit this link. So I'm like, I'm gonna take time out of my Friday. And I told my boys, I said, hey, I'll be right back. It was like, man, forget him. Give me 1 second. So I wanted to hear what he had to say. So I leave, I go in my truck, I press play, and it was like all of these disrespectful comments or whatever. But he had my video queued up. Now, I don't know if he was already playing it, but I'm sure he was. But in my video, I explained to you guys that I did a video about Cynthia G, surviving Cynthia G, and the issue was, or the feedback was between Cynthia G and Red Supreme TV. And I said that the name calling was counterproductive. That if you want to have a conversation, you can't start it with disrespect. Nobody's going to tolerate that in real life, and they shouldn't tolerate it online. Rich Bleezy, What's up, man? K. Cole, I see you. So I did my video about Cynthia G and Red Supreme TV. Not choosing sides, pretty much saying, hey, if you guys want to have a real conversation, then you're going to have to stop the name calling. So I think everybody understood that. All right. But for some reason, Taz Exclusive wanted to insert himself in that video that I made about Cynthia G and Red Supreme TV. So he makes a video. Now, this is the issue. The issue is not him making a video. I don't, whatever. Your perspective, your opinion, I don't care. But what I care about is you take my thumbnail that I made, right, to my video, to put it, to hide it behind another video that you're making, right, talking about me. Don't tag me in it. Don't hashtag it. You don't do none of that. So I would never really know who you're talking about. So I come to find out that we have subscribers that are subscribed to both of us. So then someone lets me know, yo, Taz over here wilding. Like he's saying all types of disrespectful shit. Pull up, tough love. What's up? So I play the video for you guys and I do my response video at the same time, right? So I had someone in my comment section say, you know what, when you was on Taz's platform, you didn't tell Taz what the issue was between you and him. Now I'm gonna tell let me eat one of these. Hold on. Let me eat one of these, huh? We're gonna get into this. Because people got me fucked up. They got me fucked up a little bit. Ricky Manor, stay still. I got you, brother. Listen, I know you're gonna like this. So I go on Taz Exclusive's page after doing an hour-long video, being meticulous and breaking down the issue. Taz Exclusive, instead of listening to the video, he wants to cue the video up, not listen to it, and then say, well, what's your problem with me? Well, my thought process is, I never addressed you. I never sent for you. Like I was talking to two other people and you interjected yourself into that situation. And now you want me talking to two other people and then you do a video about me. And I say, okay, well, let me sit, since you did a public video, let me do a public video in response to you. Inside the video gives you all the answers you need. Let's keep this real. Inside the video gives you all the answers you need. Watch the video. Do your research. Here's the issue. So I go in there. Taz is, of course, being him, cursing and calling me nigga and this and this and this and this. And I'm like, look, in real life, I don't tolerate that type of disrespect. I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to tolerate it now. The only reason I'm here because you're making these statements as if someone is ducking you and afraid to have the conversation. So I'm having a conversation with him. I'm letting him know, first of all, I never addressed you. I addressed Cynthia G and I addressed Red Supreme TV, right? Everybody, those people kind of confirmed to an extent that they seen the videos and they gave their feedback or whatever case may be, to an extent. But for some reason, Taz felt the need to be like, I'm gonna make a video about you, but I ain't gonna tell you that I'm making a video about you, and I'm gonna call you a bunch of names as if I was standing in front of you calling these names and disrespecting. And this goes back to the Lady Snoop TV, right? Are you an asset or are you a liability? Right? And I look at Taz Exclusive and I say, is the conversation that I'm having with him going to be an asset to my life, to my channel, to my children, to my world? Or is it going to be a liability? And I always felt, even before the conversation, that it was going to be a liability. And here's why. the way he promotes his channel, the way he carries himself as a man, the way he curses out people and calls them names, belittles them, etc., 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 right? A whole bunch of antics. If you follow Taz Exclusive and you agree with that type of behavior, then tough love is not your cup of tea. It's not your cup of tea. Like I don't. If you can't do this in real life, if you can't stand in front of men and women, right, and berate them how you berate them on your page, disrespect them how you disrespect them on your page, then I'm going to think that you are a coward or you're doing things for clicks and for views. That's what I'm gonna think. Anybody that feels that when I went on Taz Exclusive page that I was scared to have a conversation, that he was asking me questions and I just wouldn't answer him and yada yada. First of all, I don't respond to you calling me nigga. I don't respond to you trying to either over talk or overpower the conversation. It's YouTube. And if grown men can't display, this is how you carry yourself and this is how you act in a conversation, then me personally, it's not an asset to me to prove anything. Here's my thought process. All of you guys that are content creators, if you guys go out there and you do a video on tough love, right? Put my photo up, hash whatever, tough love, whatever, right? And I just see the fact that you've done a video on me. And I decide before, whether it's 10 minutes or 10 hours long, I, as tough love, as a grown ass man, I don't take the time to say, let me sit down and see what was said. As a grown man, I don't sit down and say, let me sit back, open up my ears and listen to understand what was said. I take the fact that you did a video about me and put my photo up and put tough love in the title. And I say, you know what? Instead of me listening to the video, what I'm going to do is tough love is now going to go live and talk about you and call you names. I ain't listened to the video. As a grown ass man, as an adult, as somebody that is intellectually sound, I don't take the time to listen to the video, and the first thing I do is I cue your video up and put your face on it and start calling you a bunch of names and say, you scared to come and have a conversation with me, you bet not hit the link, and whatever. But suppose I was praising Taz. Suppose I was saying, bro, you are the best content creator ever. I want to be like you. If you don't take the time to listen to the video, then how can you place judgment on the video? How can you assume that the video is something bad or something positive if you don't do your research? So I had someone in my comments, a subscriber, which I told him he can get the fuck up out of here. But stay with me. Told me that I needed to prove to Taz, or I needed to explain to Taz what my issue was with Taz. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not the guy who did the video. He did the video. I just did a response video. So to me, and he says, well, I'm subscribed to both of y'all. So if you subscribe to both of us, you saw him do a video about me, but I didn't do a video about him. And then you saw me do a response video explaining that I never did a video about him. In that particular area, at that particular time. So why is it my burden to have to tell him what my issue is when I didn't send for him? And this is what I mean, yo. Some people, and this is that subscriber, like I told him, or whatever it was, whatever they are. Please unsubscribe. I'm dead ass serious. Please unsubscribe. I don't need you. Because if you think I'm going to allow a cyberbully to waste my time, I'm going to say some choice words. I'm hoping that y'all not with y'all kids right now, okay? Because I think I need to drive this home. If you think I'm going to allow any motherfucker online or in real life to waste my time, mess up my money, mess with my family. Like, if you think that I'm gonna do that, you slipped and bumped your motherfucking head. Was that clear? Was that clear? You should have stayed there and went back and forth with Taz. For what? You should have stayed there and let him keep on cursing at you through the screen while he hides your face. Isn't it funny how people want you to stay in an abusive situation? Isn't it funny that when you have standards and you promote a zero tolerance, it's funny how people want you to have tolerance for nonsense, for bullshit. Isn't that crazy? You're in an abusive relationship. You should stay there and let him keep whipping your ass. Let her keep whipping your ass emotionally, mentally, financially. You should not fight back. What happens when you whoop the bully's ass? What happens? Can you imagine someone giving you advice, telling you should carry that burden around? You should hold on to that hardship. You should stay in the midst of the bullshit. No, I don't know what you've been watching on my channel, but it's damn sure not about someone saying, let me stay in the bullshit. Let me not wipe my hands. Let me address it and move on as a man. If you're not getting that type of vibe from me, then I want it to be clear that this is exactly what I mean. Zero tolerance. How you carry yourself in real life should be how you carry yourself online. There's a lot of people living a falsehood online. I know goddamn well there is no way in hell that a man is traveling around outside of wherever and cursing and talking to people like that in real life, because it would be real life consequences. There is no way that women are walking around you a dusty and you a trash bag in real life, because a lot of men, right, they have a zero tolerance for disrespect. So my thought process is this. For the person that thought, apples, that I should stay there and argue and go back and forth with Taz Exclusive on a Friday night when I'm out with my friends, that I should sit in my truck and go back and forth. He didn't want a conversation. He wanted a shouting match. So as I'm talking, I'm noticing that it's being muted as I'm talking, right? So that's not productive. I'm noticing that he keeps, and I asked him, I said, why do you keep calling me nigga? I got a whole name, right? For some reason, that's his go-to. For some reason, that vocabulary, that's his go-to. And then when you back him into a corner, his first thought process is, well, let me start talking about all of these other men that don't like me. And my thought process is, I have nothing to do with the men that don't like you. But what's happening is, I am sure that he is looking for anyone that has anything to say about Cynthia G. And that's how he gets his content. You say something about Cynthia G, okay, no matter how you say it, whether it's with respect, without respect, I am now, as Taz Exclusive, going to do a video on you and not tell you I'm talking about you. I'm gonna hide the video and hide my face as a grown ass man. I'm trying to figure out, why the hell would you respect that? What type of people would respect that? But see, the thought process is, this is not about Taz Exclusive. This is about people wanting you to be in an abusive situation, whether it's physically, emotionally. They want you to stay there. Like, if you do something to leave, how dare you know your worth? How dare you be confident enough to say, hey, this ain't for me. I don't get down like that. Like, it's nowhere in the world that I'm going to accept this. So I'm trying to figure out, why is your tolerance so high for bullshit? Why is your tolerance so high for bullshit? The energy that I'm giving my daughters, right? You should have a zero tolerance for disrespect. You can disagree with your man, you can disagree with your boyfriend, but you ain't got to be disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? And the problem is that people validate men like Taz Exclusive and etc. I'm going to validate your behavior. I'm going to applaud your behavior. I'm going to say that's how men act. Well, damn. So every time you get into every conversation, you need to be called out your name. Every conversation needs to be disrespectful and people need to be yelling and screaming. I'm trying to figure out, like, what community is this? I noticed that people, when they say, you know what, YouTube or social media, this is for shits and giggles, this is for entertainment or whatever the case be. Well, my thought process is, if you're steadily online, like you're online all the time, right? And you're spending hours online and you promote that type of behavior, that's you. That's you. We can play these games. Oh, that's not, it's just, no. That's you. That's a part of you that has your name on it. I'm trying to figure out, where can I take Taz Exclusive's message, right? Where can I take it in a professional environment? Where can I take Cynthia G's message to in a professional environment? Like, who am I going to sit down and do lunch with and say, hey, nigga, pass me the ketchup, nigga. Hey, Dusty, trash bag, go get me some French fries. What business meeting is that? What first class flight is that? What CEO is that? I'm trying to figure out where we having these conversations at in real life, not on a YouTube channel. Like, where are we taking this message to people who really got shit in real life? I'm just saying, you're a homeowner in real life. You're successful in real life. So this is my thought process. You think I'm going to let someone who hides their face determine my worth? This is what a subscriber is acting like, typing all in the comments, like, Taz asked you what your problem was. Motherfucker, I ain't got no problem. If I had an issue or concern, this is what I do. I put the name in the title. I hashtag, I at the motherfucker, so they know I'm speaking about them. They can respond or not, but I'm going to say what I need to say. I'm not going to be stuttering while doing it. I'm not going to need 5 more people to come on my live so we all can team up against you. No. I'm going to say what I need to say. And for the most part, be done with it. But this is not about, I'm using one name, but the fact of the matter is, I'm saying the overarching look of this is, there is a subscriber that says, I am subscribed to both of you all. Well, if you're subscribed to both of us, you're seeing my actions versus his actions. You are in a front row seat. And to put me in a light as if I need to waste my time going back and forth with a man, that is counterproductive, that can't have a realistic conversation, that thinks everything he says is the God honest truth. Can you imagine someone disrespecting you? Like, you go get a loan, or you try to, go get something done, right? Down to the DMV to get your license done or whatever. And somebody says, nigga this and nigga that, and start cursing at you and starts over talking you. Like, go get your manager, go get your boss. Like, go get Cynthia G. Go get the person above you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm at the restaurant. I asked for my steak to be medium well. You bring me a well-done steak. I don't want want to talk to you. I want to talk to the person in charge of you. Which was interesting because when I made my video, it said surviving Cynthia G. It didn't say surviving Taz. But the worker wanted to jump into the conversation. And then my fucking subscriber tells me, oh, well, you need to go back and forth with the worker. I didn't send for the worker. I didn't call for the worker. I called for the boss. I talked to the boss. That's what I do. I communicate with the boss. I communicate with the person pulling the strings, the owner. You want me to argue and go back and forth with the goddamn worker? But see, that's the problem. That's the problem. You don't know your worth. You don't know your worth. You want to stand there with the waiter and argue about a steak when you can talk to the manager and now, hey, listen, because you're wasting my time, now I want the steak free. And I want it cooked correctly. But see, the boss is going to handle their side of the house. They're going to handle that. That's what bosses do. You know what's so funny though? When people try to make you believe that you're wrong for having principles, you're wrong for having standards and morals, they're going to question your judgment. You know why he took that video down? Because he was getting bested. People with common sense saw that. People with a high IQ, they saw that. People that have standards and morals, they saw that. He don't got to scream. Right, I'm going to make my statement. What's up? I'm going to say what I need to say. What's up? Because you're not standing in front of me. If you were standing in front of me the first time you said X, Y, and Z, and I told you to stop and you kept doing it, it'd be a problem. It'd be a problem. And it will go wherever it goes. But online, you guys watch these men like beat their chest. These women beat their chest and act like they are higher than high. And my thought process is, what are they really showcasing besides harmful words? Besides hate speech? Besides promoting this narrative of division? If you promote a narrative of division, you promote hate speech, you are the cyberbully. My thought process is this, right? That means our platforms are different. But it also probably means our life in real life. Because what you display is toxic. What you display is a high level of narcissism. So if you're doing that online, what the hell are you doing offline? Well, how are you really a provider, a protector, and a role model in real life when you say, I'm going to take this commentary and I'm going to bash men, I'm going to bash women? And my thought process is, the nerve of me, to give constructive criticism. And if you give constructive criticism, you're supposed to receive hate speech in return. You're supposed to receive a good tongue lashing in return. Well, when I was giving my constructive criticism, I didn't call you names. I didn't talk about your family. I didn't talk about you as a husband. I don't know you as a man, so I didn't speak on those things. I talked about the commentary. I talked about me not saying anything about you, but you feeling the need to say something about me as if that's what men do. That's what successful men sit around and say, you're successful, let me talk about you. If we both win it, I want y'all to think about this, right? Salute. I appreciate the super chat. Logic Hit says, pay no mind to emotional males that are very nice and let you know. Thank you very much. Right, thank you. But listen, no. This is I'm using him as an example because that's the most recent thing, and I'm really addressing my subscribers. I'm really addressing the tough love family. Like, if you want to see me act a fool and you want to see me curse people out and you want to see me attack women and attack men and attack communities, this is not the channel for you. If my subscribers go down to 1 or 0, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be all right. I'll go play tea party with my daughter. I'll read a book. I'll go to the gym. I'll be all right. I'm just saying, I just feel like you need a place where you can have a grown-up discussion. I'm gonna start opening the panels up too. We're gonna get back to the panels, but you need a place where you can listen to a perspective that is non-biased, that is fair and impartial. If I'm gonna go hard at a male, I'm gonna go hard at a female. If I'm gonna go hard at the gay community, I'm damn sure gonna go hard at the straight community. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give a fair perspective to whatever it is. And I feel like if I'm not disrespecting you with constructive criticism, why would you come back to disrespect me? That makes no sense. But there's some people out there, they live for the hatred. They live for the disrespect. They get off on it. It's a high. And I see that. And when I read the comment is still there. It's under one of the videos I did, most recent videos. But it's still there. And it was like, well, you went on Taz's exclusive show, and he asked you several times, what is your beef? And I was like, when did I say I had a... Inside the Surviving Cynthia G video, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Show me at what point in time did I break down the reason why I have a problem with Taz exclusive. Show me. Show me where I tagged him at in that video. I was like, yeah, Taz exclusive, you're this, this, and this, and this, and this. So for somebody just to have an issue, that means they made the issue up in their mind. They wanted to have a problem. Here's the thought process, you guys. Some people just want to have a problem. Some people don't like you because you're you. Because the things that you do, they can't do. It's a lot of people watching you right now. Carry yourself in a certain type of way. Speak with in a certain manner. You understand what I'm saying? Just carry yourself like you have something going on in real life. And people are jealous of that. They're jealous of that. Well, you think you somebody because you showing your face online. I wouldn't even thought. No strong-minded person would ever think to say some shit like that. And I thought that when I went on Taz exclusive panel or show, whatever you want to call it, his channel, if I'm there showing my face, why do you think I want to stare at a blank screen? So I say cam up. And his thought process, well, what I need to cam up for? If you are the intellectual, so you say, why do I have to explain common sense shit? But for some reason, the people in his chat thought like that was ridiculous. Why are you telling him to cam up? That makes no sense. That is stupid. That is absurd. That is only Dusties would say some shit like that. Telling him to cam up because you showing your face. But trying to argue a point with people who, regardless of what you say or how you say it, whether you say it with respect or not, automatically what you say is going to be wrong while they cheerlead for someone who's disrespecting you but not standing in front of you and scared to show their face. And you're expecting me to tolerate that shit. Is that what you tolerate? Is that what you think is cool? Let me tell you something. Listen, I have a 3-second rule. Okay. Well, let me be more. Let me pump my brakes a little bit. Okay. Before I joined the military, I had a 3-second rule. Okay. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to act accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? After the 3 seconds is up, I'm on your ass. I'm telling you right now. We could be in the church parking lot. We could be outside the daycare. I'm on your ass. So I have a very low tolerance for people who feel like they can just do what they want to do. Not to me. You understand what I'm saying? Not to me. You understand what I'm saying? So if you got this abundance of tolerance for motherfuckers. That's you. If you were subscribing, you like, oh, well, you should just sit down with Taz and listen to him rant and rave and holler and hoot and for what? How does that benefit me? I'm not gonna fuck up my. I'm out with my boys. We chilling, and I said, well, since he got my video queued up, let's see if he's going to allow it to play. Of course he didn't allow it. Of course he didn't play it. Think about it. It made too much sense. It's too much like right. You understand what I'm saying? What happens when you bully the bully? When you outsmart the bully? When you beat the bully? I'm showing other content creators how you beat the bully. You don't have to be yelling and raving and cursing and you don't impress me. You don't impress me. Your conversation, how you address people, not impressive. And normally, it wouldn't be attractive to anyone. It's like someone constantly showing they have a bad attitude about life. They're constantly showing, you know what I'm saying, I need to promote the negative. That wouldn't be attractive or appealing to an employer. It shouldn't be attractive or appealing to men or women in regards to saying, that's somebody I want to be a friend. That's somebody I want to be my homeboy. That's somebody I want around my kids. Hell no. For what? For what? You're gonna be standing up the old nigga this and one of my siblings is gonna be like, have you lost your motherfucking mind? One of my home, who you talk like? It would be crazy. It would be crazy. But for some reason, there was a subscriber that thought I should have stayed there, went back and forth with a man that was not trying to have a civilized conversation. Ladies, can you imagine a man walking up to you in a club? Right? And, you looking at him, you saying, okay, well, hey, he don't look too bad. We can talk, cool. And he's saying the most inappropriate shit ever. Like, you're trying to process in your mind, like, what did you do to deserve this shit? What about me makes you think that I'm going to tolerate this fuck shit? Fellas, you ever been at the job or whatever? I know everybody ain't CEOs of their own company. So you ever been at the job and had somebody, maybe a supervisor or manager or somebody come and talk to you crazy and you like, what make you think I'm gonna tolerate this? Well, somebody say, you probably saying, well, if you want a job, you better. I'm just saying, it's just like, it's interesting to me that people feel like you should tolerate their bullshit. That when they push negativity on you, you supposed to hold on to it. You supposed to carry that shit around. I'm dumping that shit. I'm acting like it's COVID. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm acting like it's a roach. I'm like, oh, hell no. The fuck? I just was shocked that somebody would say, I listened to both of y'all and you found my actions not to be conducive to what men do. You felt that what Taz did was like so admirable. Like, that's how men talk. What men? Men don't talk like that unless men want to fight. Men don't talk like that unless they bring in guns and knives to a situation. Because you're talking as if you're my enemy. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that I've done wrong to Taz was be me. You understand what I'm saying? Did I lose somebody? Uncle Stu, I appreciate that, man. The only thing that I've done wrong to Taz is be tough love. You see me go live with my daughter. You see me in the gym. You see me in the house. You see me in the car. The only thing that I've done wrong to him was be me. I'm not going to apologize for being me. And you shouldn't apologize for being the best you, for being a positive you. And if people are trying to discourage you for that, excuse my language, fuck them. Fuck them. I'm not going to apologize for the attributes that God gave me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to apologize for the education level that I have. I'm not going to apologize for the common sense that I use. Oh, well, yeah, if you just want to curse at me, that's fine. If you just want to call me names, that's cool. For what? For what? People kick around this word intellectual and the smart conversation and yada, yada, yada. But I don't see no intellect. I'm not going to praise you for cursing a man out because he had an opinion about some other shit. And my thought process is that you guys that applaud that type of behavior, you're dangerous. You're dangerous. Uppity Unicorn, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. She says, I'm a fellow content creator here. This was my first time live streaming with you. Okay, cool. Thanks for being here. I'm not pressed for subscribers, y'all. Do I want the channel to grow? Do I want to find those people out there that says, you know what, man, I ain't a perfect person, but I'm trying to be as positive as I can be, man. I got real life situations and shit going on. But when I hear your perspective about certain things, salute. And even if you disagree, I love it, man. I've had people say, you know what, I ain't really feeling that video, Mario. I'm not feeling that video, young man. You know, I agree with the rest of this shit. But I understand your perspective, and I appreciate that because that's what makes me better. And you got to understand that I would never want to get on here and say because I've had an issue with this man or this woman that all men and all women are the same. That is ignorant. That is ignorant. Make up a bunch of derogatory names for women and derogatory names for men. Like that's just not. I don't want my dog. Can I be honest with y'all? I don't want my kids. I don't want her to walk into the den like and hear me talking about, yeah, these black women ain't shit. Oh, hey, baby. I don't want her to go to her friend's house or go to their friend's house and be like, is this your dad? Are you listening? Do you know what he be saying online about women? Do you know what he says about the black community, the gay community? Like it's like you can speak on things, but you don't have to be nasty about it. You don't have to be disrespectful about it. And the thing about it is people are priding themselves on saying the most disturbing, disrespectful shit ever. And people are in the damn comments like, you are drilling. You showing these dusties. Oh my, whoo, shit. Crack open a bottle of liquor. And I'm like, what the fuck is all the excitement? Like, I'm not going to sit here and listen to that, so I don't. I've had Taz exclusive in my comment section numerous times. Numerous times. I'm never in his comment section. So if you know what I do, you know what I'm about, you know I give constructive criticism to both men, women, and communities, but I give it in such a manner that, hey, I get what you're doing, but there's a better way of doing things. And a lot of people have this one-dimensional ass message that's filled with hate. And it's like, man, you know, if you could balance your message out, there's a responsibility level to this situation, but they're so afraid they're going to lose subscribers, they ain't balancing shit out. Right? And the thought, you know, people, I'm going to tell you right now, it's so crazy, right? People call people out for using hashtags of other people when they use the same hashtags. But if you use it, you clout chasing. If you talk about things that they might want to talk about. They call it out. But when they do it, nobody should call them out. And my thought process is, tough love is a different type of channel based on who the content creator is. Okay? My background is deeply rooted into a lot of areas, so my perspective is different than a lot of content creators, which is why I feel like every video counts. No slacking. Every video is game day, not practice. Because this video may be the video that stops somebody from killing themselves. This video may be the video that says, you know what, I was going to give up on this relationship, but he said go get counseling. He says everything's not my fault and everything's not your fault. We need to fix this shit together. He says that I need to be a lot more comfortable talking to my children about their sexuality and not allowing the streets or somebody out there to do it for me. This is a different type of vibe over here. I'm not going to apologize for that. You see what I'm doing over here? I'm putting in the work. Because you're afraid to challenge yourself to do better. You're afraid to take the steps to change. There's a difference between somebody acting like a leader versus someone being a leader. Cursing people out don't make you a leader. Doxing people and talking about their family and it don't make you a leader. Whether you male or female, the nastier you talk about people, right? Because you can read somebody, you can tell them off, you can do all of this like bullshit, like you people kill me, man. Listen, y'all. Hold on. I don't know why people are afraid to be like, I'm going to promote balance on my page. I'm going to promote balance on my channel. If I talk about the bad, I'm going to make sure that I talk about the good. If I display the bad, I'm going to make sure that I display the good. It's like, I only can do one thing. I ain't multitasking a motherfucking thing. I'm only going to work on arms. I'm never going to work on legs. I'm only going to do push-ups. I'm never going to do sit-ups. I only can do one thing. And that's how I see a lot of content creators. I only can do one thing. And the thought process is, why is the one thing always detrimental to black men, to black women, to black communities? Why is it always the detrimental shit that you can do the best? Why is it the bad shit that you can do the best? You should. I be reading comments. I try to read the comments, and I sit there. I'm in my YouTube studio, and I'm just reading the comments. Hey, some people saying good videos. Some people saying, hey, I agree with some of your talking points. Hey, great perspective. Blah blah. Great stuff, right? But then you get these 1 and 2 people, and I know y'all, they trolls. Mario, ignore the trolls. God damn it, you don't listen. You do not listen. You're hard-headed. You're hard-headed, boy. So I'm reading the comments, and it's just like, people say outlandish stuff, and I'm just like, well, what about the message? What is it about the message that you totally disagree with? What about it was totally disrespectful? What about it was not balanced? And it's just like, when you ask, it's like, okay, you must be trolling, because they never reply back. Now, it's no real reply back of what was wrong. It's just like, well, let me say something to be heard or be seen or to show that I'm a Cynthia G supporter and I'm just going to say something bad to you. I'm a Taz exclusive supporter, so I'm going to say something bad to you. I'm a Hassan Campbell supporter, so I'm going to say something bad to you. And it's like, well, what am I saying that's not balanced? What am I saying that is just so crazy and outlandish that you need to say something negative to me? And it's just like, I don't want followers like that. I don't even think to call you guys followers. I don't want people around me. You see what I'm saying? Tell me your perspective, but unless I'm disrespecting you, don't disrespect me. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate when you hit the like button. I really do, because it puts us in that, you say us. It puts us in the algorithm and says, this is the type of commentary, this is the type of content that I want to see. I want to see commentary like Tough Loves. Put us in the algorithm. Let us pop with positivity. Let's do something different. I don't want to be in the algorithm. Oh, well, he had to curse somebody out yesterday. Yeah, we in the algorithm now. Let me ask y'all something. I'm gonna wait for your reply. You think I can't do what I appreciate that, Uncle Stu. Thanks. You think that I couldn't be here and be just as negative as I see a lot of people are? But seriously, like, you think I ain't got it in me? You think I can't press the button? I'm just saying, do you not think that I can sit up here and just have people call into the show or bring people on my panel and curse them out and disrespect them and drag them and drill them and call them names? Do you not think that I have that in me? The algorithm. I'm trying not to choke on this damn apple. I'm gonna stop eating it before I die in here. Up at the unicorn, you're gonna see me die in here. Okay? Your first live and the last live. Uncle Stu says you are an army man. Of course, of course you can. Lock those heels in place. Uncle Stu, you know what's so crazy, man? Before I was an army man, I was a street man. I was a college man, right? I was a gang member. I was in a foster home. I was in a juvenile detention center. I was a lot of things. You understand what I'm saying? But now I'm this person, a person that have evolved, and I understand that in order to request people listen to you, you have to go into the conversation with respect. If you go in there disrespectful, I don't care if it's college, gang, jail, army, if you go with disrespect, you're not expecting a positive outcome. And that's what I'm saying. Like, Taz, if you come at me in the streets talking like that, there is no way in hell that a positive outcome is going to come out of this situation. So don't trigger me. Some of y'all know yourself better than other people know you. Y'all caught what I just said? So you know what your triggers are. You know what buttons people shouldn't press. So you try to be thoughtful because there are other tough loves out there. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not reformed. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have uncles, right? And the majority of my uncles were in and out of jail my whole life. And when they got out of jail, this is when I stayed with my grandmother before I went and left. When they got out of jail, they used to give me their war stories. And I used to listen to, just how to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to, hey, if it's a group of dudes, you know what I'm saying, back yourself into the wall. That way can't nobody come behind you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, do this and hit, like, crazy growing up. So I'm getting this first. I remember Oz. I remember this TV show Oz. right? I'm getting this firsthand experience from people that's been locked up for long periods of time. They get out, stay for a couple weeks, go right back in. So I'm getting this transition of information. So what I'm saying is I've been trained to go. And if you're not, I wanted to remind Taz that there's a difference between real life and what you do online. And if one day you forget that you're not online and you're on the streets, there's going to be a consequence to what you're doing. So my constructive criticism to Taz, if he missed the whole thing, but I'm sure he watches these lives, whether he says something or not, whether he's on a troll account or not, I wanted to remind you, man to man, that there are consequences to what you're doing. Be careful. That's what I was telling you. In my whole little video that I did in response to you, there are consequences to that because everybody's not going to take that. You know what I'm saying? And if you got love for yourself as a man and you got love for your family and you're a father, you're a husband, if you don't want harm to come to them, be mindful of what you're doing to other people. That's why I don't sit online, because I don't take my daughter's lives in vain. Let me curse you out online. Let me show you how big a man I am. And then when that man that I've cursed out, that I've disrespected, that I've railroaded, that I've belittled, when he finds me in real life and he is ready now to take back whatever honor, to take back what was stolen from him, he may take it back in a way that's going to cause you permanent damage. So I'm reminding you, and other content creators like you, be careful with who you play with, because you're living this persona. You're living this, I'm gonna hide my face and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna curse people out and I'm gonna call them names. And the thought process is, when you forget that you're not online hiding behind the screen, and now you're face to face with somebody that's about that life. Now, I said something earlier. Did you guys remember Oz and all that good stuff, or whatever case may be? Right? I remember when I had one of my uncles, and he was kind of saying, hey, look, I ain't going back. I'm reformed, or whatever case may be. I just don't want that life anymore. I just want to be better. And he started working on his life, or whatever. Even though he was working on his life, I want y'all to hear me real quick, okay? Listen to this part. Even though he got a good job, even though he started with a family, started raising a family, even though that he stayed home, didn't drink, didn't smoke, he was always still that savage. You understand what I'm saying? People take your kindness for weakness. They think because you don't want to curse back at them, you don't want to raise your voice, that you are weak. Listen, that is called restraint. It's called restraint. That is called a level of professionalism. That is called carrying yourself with dignity. Sometimes the loudest thing that you could do is showcase your action. While you are yelling and screaming, I am thinking about how to take your head off. While you hooping and hollering, raising your arms, being disrespectful, I'm thinking if I should punch you in your throat or I should punch you in your eye. I want you guys to think about this. Okay? All of this right here and the cursing and the I'm gonna say, while you're being all irate and emotional, The person that's standing in front of you being quiet is thinking about how to take you out the fastest. Just saying. They're thinking about, where do you live at? When are you with your kids? When are you with your parents? What time do you go to sleep? You have no idea the type of people that you have online. So that's why I tagged the Cynthia G's, I tagged the Taz Exclusive, I tagged the Kwame Browns, I tagged the Kevin Samuels, because my message is relevant for safety, saying, please, you guys, you grown-ass men, you grown-ass women, you black men, you white men, you women across the world, please add balance to your conversation. Please package your message. It is important. It is important to send the correct message the first time. It's different over here. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's funny because when you promote negativity, you don't have to say hit the like button. When you promote negativity, you don't have to say share this video. When you promote negativity, people just willingly, for some reason, you know what I'm saying, want other people to see it. But if you say something that makes sense, you say something as a grown man or a grown woman, you're saying like, hey, we don't have to curse each other out. Let's just talk. I know it's going to be some shit I don't want to hear. It's probably going to be a tough conversation. But at the end of the day, at least you got it off your chest. And at least I was man or woman enough to listen to what you had to say. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what this is. That's what we have become. We've become the common denominator. Between all of the fuck shit and bullshit, we've become the place where we can come and say, what don't we like? How can we give some constructive criticism? And the same thing that we hold the standard over here, we hold it over here. The same way that we say, I don't know, is the same way we say, I don't know. But we remain fair and impartial. We remain building. We remain pushing the narrative of it's tough love. But it's not damaging love. It's not disrespectful love. It's not narcissistic love. It's not toxic love. It's having the tough conversation. That's what it's about. Are we going to laugh? Are we going to cry? Are we going to be, is things going to get a little tense sometime? Hell yeah. Are we going to curse? Hell yeah, we going to curse sometime. But everything doesn't require that. That's what I'm telling Taz. That if you have that balance, it really does create power. Because what you're doing is showing me that you are powerless, that you don't have real power. Uncle Stu talked about military men. Ladies and gentlemen, when a leader is in front of you, you know. When someone that holds value for themselves and for other people, you know. You know by what they say. You know by their mannerisms. You know about the tone, the dialect. You know that this person comes from something. People respect men. People respect women that carry themselves accordingly. Regardless if you guys think it or not. I'm the type of man that makes people like Taz Exclusive sit up in their chair and straighten up their tie. The type of man that you gotta watch and learn. So all of the loud talking and all of the rah-rah, like, for me, it's a cry for help. For me, it's a lack of understanding. For me, it's a lack of intellect. But for you who want to be entertained with the drama and the gossip and the rah-rah, it's cool for you. It's cool for you because you got time for that. You make time for that. You take time from your family, take time from your job, take time from your personal life achievements to reach your goals and achieve to achieve with some type of thought process of what am I doing? Am I doing something that's an asset to my life? Or I'm listening to some guy curse out another guy because of whatever. Like, how is this an asset to my life? How are these life skills? How is this positive communication? How is this being a man or a woman? So when someone comes along and asks you simplistic questions about why do you think that's balance? Why do you think that's good? Why do you get upset? Why do you get upset? People that have positive things going on in their life normally don't harp on all the bad things. They normally don't harp on all the bad things. And you know what's so funny? I don't know if you guys know about wounded warriors, but we have veterans out there, and salute to all the veterans out there. That have lost a lot. And these are men and women that I go visit just to sit down and talk to them and, just give them somebody to talk to. They've lost their family members. They've lost limbs. But they're still more positive than a lot of these content creators. And I can only think that maybe, well, let me not put it like this. Let me say this. I'm trying to be a guardian angel for people. Before your child gets sick and never recovers, before your husband or your wife walks out that door and they never return, before something happens and you now see the goodness in life, you now start to appreciate what you have in life. I'm your reminder. I'm your reminder. The energy that you put back, that you put out, will return. What you put into the world, it will come back to you. The same kids that you're ignoring, instead of spending time with them, you're online spewing hatred. Instead of spending time with your woman or your man, you're spending time hating and disrespecting and degrading people. I'm saying before you lose something of value, before you lose something important, shut the fuck up and think about what you have going on, the energy that you're putting out. You have health insurance, you have life insurance, and you have somebody that is positive insurance. I'm positivity insurance. And you're getting this shit free of charge. Before you lose out on your blessings, stop wasting your time using your voice to promote hate. What happens if God, or what happens if something happens to your voice and say, you know what, you've been wasting it. You don't need a voice. You don't need your arms. You never give love. You don't need your legs. You never go outside and run or walk. You never do anything conducive to a positive life. You don't need these things. You don't appreciate these things. So when you have somebody that come around and say, yo, I think you need to appreciate your blessings. Before some of my buddies that are veterans and saying, hey, look, I ain't got no arms. I'm just glad I can breathe, though. I ain't got no legs. I'm just glad I can breathe, though. And here it is. You got people that have arms, all their senses, and supposed to be living their best life, but really they living it under the worst conditions. I be asking some of these content creators, are you happy in real life? Do you have something to show for it? I came up because I'm not afraid to say what I need to say. I don't hide behind anything. So when I see people hiding their face and they got so much animosity and people think that that's being a man, and I'm like, I've seen real leaders. I've been in Iraq and Afghanistan. I've been in planes and ships and fucking helicopters with real leaders. And none of them act like that. I've been in the streets with real leaders and none of them had to talk like that. Business meetings, CEOs, board meetings, none of them talk like that. But that impresses weak-minded people. It impresses people who don't have things going on in real life. And I get it. I get it. It impressed you because the way he cursed them out, though, the way he was drilling, the way she called him dusty and trash bag. Wow, that's impressive. That's intellectual. So the person that didn't have to curse them out to get his point across, the person that don't have to call them names, that's not intellectual. Nothing smart about that. Nothing professional about that. Exercising restraint and not going off. Nothing cool or powerful or leadership wise. That's none of that. What the attack, the bashing, the cyberbullying, that was real leadership. The name calling, that's what real men and women do. That's how you get into a positive relationship, because your spouse deserves action like that. Your children should emulate that. Okay. What was I thinking? The fuck did I go to college with? Like what? I could have just stayed a street dude for that. Hell. Let me watch Love and Hip Hop. Okay. All right, this is how you treat women. Okay, cool. All right, let me turn to YouTube. Okay, this is how you talk to men. Okay, all right, I think I'm good now. I think I'm good. Okay. All right, hey, nigga. Hey, Ben. Okay. I think I'm good now. I think I got it down pat. No. It's not about having a conversation. It's about shouting. If you don't shout, you can't win. Sorry, that's just the way it goes. Right. You call me a name first. Call me a name. Okay. Now I'm gonna call you a name, okay? But now I need to call you even a worse name than you just called me, okay? You ready? All right, go. Oh, so now this is the part where I talk about your family. I know I don't know your family. You so stupid. But I'm gonna talk about your family anyway. It doesn't matter. It's YouTube. It's entertainment. Come on now. Come on. So I'm gonna talk about your family, right? And then I'm probably gonna throw in whatever you do in life, you really never amounted to anything. So I know, but I'm gonna throw it in there anyway, okay? And then you're going to say something back to me. It got to be worse than what I said, though, okay? All right. Shit crazy. Shit is crazy. And people are so excited to do it. On a daily basis, they do this shit. A daily basis. Video after video. Hour after hour. Day after day. And my thought process is like, when do you get time to be happy? When do you get time to be the real you? I go to some channels and I just really like the content creator. I just really like the content creator. I like the way they explain things. They got a great sense of humor or whatever. And they might be in the beef sector. They might be. You might catch me on in some chat rooms saying, "Hey, what's up? Salute." But it's not necessarily their content. I probably won't stick around for the entire live, but I'm just there to say, "Hey, what's going on with you, whatever," because I think you're a cool person. And I think right now, a lot of people are starting to understand where I'm coming from. You know, and it's all out of respect. It's all out of just an outlook. I just believe that, carpe diem, seize the moment, seize the day. If we can do more to balance out our messages, we can help more people. We can help promote the conversation between men and women and communities, to be better leaders, to be better men, to be better women, to be better adults. And right now, it's just like, why can't you make more money being positive than you can being negative? Because that's the argument I get. The reason why I'm so negative is because this pays my bills. Nobody wants to sit around and hear someone talking about positivity. They don't want nobody preaching to them. Okay. I got you. I hear you. Okay. Then don't preach. Talk. Don't yell. Don't scream. Don't. The shock value is the truth. The shock value is reality. Give examples of real life reality. I'm about to watch my shows, y'all. I got some shows I gotta watch for tomorrow. I'm hoping that I said something that resonates with you guys. I didn't get a chance to read all the comments. I'll go back and check out the comments. But, and even if you're a troll, can you give us an opportunity to at least listen to the live? Just sit back, get you some wine, whatever it is that you drink, if you're a drinker, and just listen. Just listen. If at the end of it you saying, fuck them, then okay. But at least give the conversation a chance. Because your children, your family members, your friends, your colleagues, and even your enemies, something on this channel, one of these videos is going to give you a perspective that's going to help you deal with life shit. But you gotta be patient enough to listen. But again, if I ain't your cup of tea, don't stick around. Don't make an announcement that you leaving or you unsubscribe. Just leave. Because you are obviously not an asset to the conversation. You obviously pour nothing into us. So therefore, you can't get anything from us. You understand what I'm saying? So again, I say, if you can't be balanced with your perspective, if you are stuck in a narrow-minded state of mind that hearing something positive is a turnoff for you, leave. Unsubscribe. Don't waste your time and comment. Because 9 times out of 10, your comment's going to be there for like 5 minutes and then it's going to get deleted and you're going to get blocked and reported. Don't worry about doing it. For those of you that take the time, let me say this real quick. For those of you that take the time and you add to the conversation, not donations, you add to the conversation. Thank you. I appreciate it, because there's someone looking at this conversation right now saying that this video stopped me from doing something negative. This video gave me a better perspective about life or my relationship or how I treat my children and how I talk to certain people. Thank you for adding to the conversation your personal experiences. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Until next time, adult up. Peace.